Welcome to a new episode of the True American Real Patriot Podcast. On this episode, we take a closer look at the conflicting statements Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump made about the situation in Iran, remarks that were delivered on the same day. First, please like, comment, and subscribe. As a new podcast, we are trying to get to 100 followers by the end of the month. All right, let's start with a quick dramatization of their statements.
He's looking right in our eyes as he grinds his mud.
See, I never just did things just to do them. Come on, I mean, what am I going to do? Just all of a sudden just jump up and grind my feet on somebody's couch like it's something to do? Come on, I got a little more sense than that. Yeah, I remember grinding my feet on Eddie's couch. You know? See, I never just did things just to do them. Come on, I mean, what am I going to do? Just all of a sudden just jump up and grind my feet on somebody's couch like it's something to do? Come on, I got a little more sense than that. Yeah, I remember grinding my feet on Eddie's couch.
Classic moment in television history. But listen, if you just take grind my feet into Eddie Murphy's couch and replace that for nation building, that's what we're gonna get. So let's get into the real deal. So first and foremost, Pete Hegseth said this earlier in the day.
You see, this is not 2003. This is not endless nation building under those types of quagmires we saw under Bush or Obama.
This is a smart president. He learned his lesson.
He wouldn't do the same thing that dumbass Bush did, right? No, not this guy. All right, Trump, what do you got to say?
Look how old he looks.
Mr. President, you've said the war is, quote, very complete, but your defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it, and how long should Americans be prepared?
Well, I think
for
you could
this war
say
to
it both.
last for?
The beginning.
You know what that statement reminds me of? Back when he was campaigning, and they were like, he was like, the good parts of the economy, that's me. The bad parts of the economy, that's Biden.
Yo, it is. The audacity to say something like that. It could be both
care.
the beginning and the end at this. Like, he's a philosopher now? Trump's the fucking philosopher? Dude.
And how long should Americans be prepared
Well, I think
for
you could
this war
say
to
it
last
both.
for?
The beginning. It's the beginning of building a new country.
It's like Churchill said, which is one of the coolest things. They asked him about the war with Germany, and he said, it's the end of the beginning. He said, it's not the end, but it could be the end of the beginning. And I think Trump is making his own Churchillian comments right there.
Hold on. I'm having a moment.
This is not endless nation building.
It's the beginning of building a new country. I think you could say it.
Wait, what?
This is not endless nation building.
Both.
For.
It's the beginning. It's the beginning of building a new country.
I fucking hate these people, dude. I fucking hate these people. I lose my fucking mind. This is what I'm talking about when I say, can we share the same fucking reality? Can we live in a reality where everybody could agree after seeing these statements made on the same day chronologically? First, Pete Hegseth saying that we're not going to do endless nation building. Then after that, Donald Trump saying this is the beginning of building a new country, right? Like, can we all agree that these motherfuckers don't know what they're doing and Trump's a fucking idiot? Can we agree on this? Right. And the thing is we can't, even though the evidence is right here.
No, we can't. It's obvious to me that they have no plan. They're just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. They have no plan. Trump also said, you know, we're done with this war. It's complete. And then he also said, I'm thinking about taking over the Strait of Hormuz. Like, how are you going to do that?
So wait, this war is over, but I do plan on annexing land.
Yeah,
occupying
occupying,
waterway.
I guess.
Because no, they're also talking about trying to take over, some island in the Gulf, right? It's like super important to energy production.
Yeah.
So like they're trying to annex land, but this conflict is almost over.
The whole thing to me goes back to their, I don't know, ignorance maybe of Iran's ability to use drones, which is crazy, right? Because there's a war being fought in Europe with drones. So like, even if you were to, let's say, annex the Strait of Hormuz, they can still use these drones.
Right. And I seen something earlier today where the Ukrainians, like a year and a half ago, were talking to some of our top brass in like defense and gave them like a PowerPoint presentation of saying, hey, warfare in the 21st century is drone warfare. Let me tell you why this, that, and the third. And come to find out that Iran has a minimum of 80,000 drones that they're able to deploy, and they might have as much as 100,000. And they still have the capacity to produce drones, and they're still going to be able to get drones from, China, and we already know how cheap they are. Meanwhile, we've gone over our budget before, how we could have went over there with a fucking million drones, but we don't. Why? Because Raytheon, Honeywell, and all of them are making too much money building $3 million anti-missile rockets, and it's a lot easier, and it's a lot more of a high value add doing that than it is to make a $20,000 drone, even though in this day and age of warfare, that's proven to be the most effective method and the most cost-effective method more than anything.
I'll also add to that, because I completely agree with what you're saying. But in addition, Trump lives in the fucking 1980s, right? So like an example of that is like oil. We need oil. I'm going to cancel all the renewable energy projects. I want oil. Drones are the 21st century technology. Donald Trump doesn't understand fucking drones. He understands missiles and bombs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so we're late to adapt to drones. I'm shocked.
And there's a lot of motives behind that. And back to the defense contractors, because they should have seen this one coming too, right? If they had any type of foresight, and if they actually had the American defense best interest in mind, they would have shifted production and started figuring out a way to fucking pump out the best $50,000 drones known to man, right?
I got good news for you, though.
What's
I
that?
got really good news for you. The Trump kids have invested in U.S. drone companies. So
there it is.
We're going to be sending a lot of our military budget towards the production of drones.
Well,
Gotta get those kids rich.
Yeah, well, I'd like to say $1 short and a day late. It's just a day late, and it is $1 short, and it's just going to be going into the hands of the fucking Trump. God damn it, $4 billion in one fucking year. They got richer. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, the amount of back and forth on the objectives of this war is ludicrous, right? Like any other president would be getting impeached, or a Trump administration officials should be going before Congress to be like answering questions about what the fuck are we doing in Iran and what's our goals. Nothing. They can just go have these stupid press conferences, right? Talk out of both sides of their mouth, not be consistent, and there's no issue. Like literally no one in Congress from the Republican side will say anything. You got Lindsey Graham, we just did a video on this, talking about blow everyone up, and they're just cheering this maniac on.
Yep. Well, listen, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. But when you get a chance, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon to get notified when we drop a new episode, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Peace.